Yo, Seven Man Young Seven Man is over here going in the fucking time machine. Holy shit. I'm going in the time machine on this one. So we've been doing a lot of deep dives on like older times with the Nets and sometimes in recent history and stuff like that. I think the furthest I've gone back, like realistically, is like the Billy King era, but I've been just trying to make sure that a lot of shit is documented, because when it comes to the Nets and YouTube, like outside of me, there's like older channels, but they stopped posting around 2016. So there's this like weird gap in time where there's nothing documented. So I'm trying to go back and make sure that there are videos explaining what happened before we got this championship, but that's neither here nor there. So today, now that I'm awake, not going back to sleep, I decided I would go back and I would do a little look back at the Bubble Nets. Shout out to the Bubble Nets. The Bubble Nets was actually when I started covering the team, so I don't have to do like a lot of like research on it or anything like that, because I covered it. So if you want, you can go back on the channel and you can go to about July of last year. So that's like middle of the pandemic, during the protests and everything like that. You can actually see I actually covered all of this. So this is fun because it's not only me being reminded of things, but we actually covered this. So long-term Nets fans who have been subscribed to me, this is going to be a blast from the past type stuff. And if you're a newer subscriber, buckle in, because I'm going to say some stuff that's going to make you be like, oh shit, I forgot about that. So let's take this back to, I want to say July 2020, maybe even June. I can't even remember, but this is like right when the NBA restart happened. COVID shut everything down. There was no fucking sports, and then the restart happens. And God, this is just a classic moment, but let me just read you the fucking roster. I'm looking at this article or whatever because I forgot a lot of these motherfuckers, but peep this. Kevin Durant, he wasn't playing or whatever because he was still doing the Achilles rehab, but he also got COVID. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but he also got COVID. Kyrie was out because I think he only played like 11 games or something like that. And it was like his like shoulder thing or whatever, and he was like mysteriously gone from the team, which I'm noticing a trend, but that's not here nor there. But guess who else was out? I forgot fucking Claxton was hurt. I forgot he wasn't in the bubble. I completely forgot that motherfucker wasn't there. Wilson Chandler, I totally forgot he was on the fucking team. He opted out. He said he didn't want to go to the bubble. And I remember DeAndre Jordan, he said he didn't want to go either. I completely forgot them niggas were even on the roster. Fucking blast from the past. But peep this, right? Oh, and Taurean Prince didn't go because he got COVID too, but that's not here nor there. So peep this fucking roster, right? Jared Allen, obviously, right? Justin Anderson. Y'all remember Justin Anderson? Y'all remember how much I was screaming on fucking Justin Anderson? Just like Jacques Vaughn, put that nigga in the game. Joe Harris is getting cooked on defense. Damn, I am noticing a lot of trends here, but that's not here to there. Y'all remember Justin Anderson? Y'all remember I was so fucking like high on that dude? Bro, what happened to him? Chris Chioza, Jamal Crawford. Shit, I forgot Jamal Crawford was on the team. Nigga went out there, played like 3 seconds of the third quarter, hurt himself, hasn't come back in the leagues. Like, I fucking forgot about all this shit. Damn, Dante Hall. Y'all remember this shit? Obviously, Joe Harris, Tyler Johnson. I used to hate Tyler Johnson. Oh, I used to hate that nigga. Oh, I used to hate that nigga in the bubble. Oh, shit. Kyrus? I forgot about Kyrus. Damn. And I fucked with him, too. It's a shame he couldn't come back. I fucked with him. Oh, the homie Karis LeVert. Oh, Karis. That was when I debuted. Karis LeVert is fucking them up. Oh, man, I miss saying that. TLC, obviously. Oh, shit, here's a fucking name. Jeremiah Martin. Y'all remember that nigga? Oh, shit. Musa. Damn. Garrett Temple. I remember that. Lance Thomas? Was he? Do I remember that? Do I remember Lance? Did Lance Thomas play? I don't know if I remember that. That's fucking nuts. That was the Bubble Nets. Holy shit. Now that's the roster. Let me run you down what the fuck happened. Again, we came back. This is during the pandemic. Everyone is in fucking Disney World of all places. God, there has to be a 30 for 30 about the fucking bubble, but that's not here or there. Everybody goes down to Disney World and such. I think the Wubble was going on at the same time too. It's a shame I wasn't paying attention then, but that's not here or there. But they go down there, and I just remember everybody just thought we were going to be ass. Everyone saw that Kyrie and Kevin Durant weren't going to play and just assumed, oh, them niggas going to get their ass whipped. No one even thought we would make the fucking playoffs. This was before the play-in tournament thing. Nobody thought we were going to do it. Everybody thought it was going to be a wash. And I remember the first game, the Magic whipped our ass. And that was the first Nets game I had ever watched. And I'm just like, what the fuck did I just sign up for here? But then after that, they went on a fucking tear. They went on a fucking tear. You remember we beat the fucking Clippers? And everybody was like, but Paul George isn't playing. Paul George isn't playing. But Kawhi was out there, and we whipped they fucking ass. You remember that? Either that or it was flipped. It was either Paul George or no Kawhi. It was one of them niggas was out, but we still fucking won. And I remember I was living in a hotel at the time. Oh, God, we're not going to get into my personal life, but Jesus. I remember I was screaming at the top of my fucking lungs that we beat them. Like, I almost got kicked out the goddamn hotel. Like, we was putting in that goddamn fucking work. We had a couple tight games with the Bucks. Obviously, we had our issues with the Raptors, and we'll get to that in a second. We was fucking up the Celtics. I remember the last game just before the playoffs started. We had like this crazy game that went down to one possession against the fucking Trailblazers. We had already clinched a playoff spot, but it was us and the Trailblazers, and we were like playing them. And if we beat them, the Trailblazers would not have made the playoffs. And I remember it was Caris LeVert and Damian Lillard, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. One of the best performances from Caris I remember ever seeing in my tenure of covering the Nets. And I remember Caris took this stupid ass step back, and it's like, bro, just fucking drive. But I blame Jacques Vaughn for that, but that's not here nor there. But it was a good ass fucking game. I remember that. And niggas was killing us, saying, oh, y'all ain't shit. But we clinched a fucking playoff seed. And it wasn't like it was the 8th seed. They were like the fucking 7th seed. They were the 7th seed, the fucking Bubble Nets, led by Caris and Joe Harris and, damn, that rhymes, and Jared Allen and shit like that. Like, our real fucking core carried us over to the 7th seed in the fucking bubble when niggas thought we were a literal afterthought. And I had a lot of confidence going into the playoffs. I ain't gonna lie to you. Trying to catch that motherfucker was difficult, again, because I was living in a hotel room at the time. But trying to catch the games was difficult, but I figured it the fuck out because a lot of shit was on NBA TV, and that is not basic cable shit, so having to chase that around was difficult. But and it was like during the pandemic too, so I was like in like sports bars, like with a mask on. It was the first time I was around a lot of people. That's not anything that I'm talking about me too much, I'm sorry. We go into the first round against the Raptors. I don't think anyone thought we were going to win a championship, but I thought we were going to make some noise. I did. I thought we were going to make some noise just based off the performances that we had prior, and I thought, maybe the Raptors are going to be in trouble. That was not the case, and we got swept. And it wasn't all blowouts either. It was contested games. It's just we just didn't have anyone to close, and it was too much put on Caris. Personally, I think it was too much placed on that man's shoulders. We basically had him running point. It was some rough shit, but we showed up. We played well, except for that last game, and it was one of the many times that Joe Harris has choked in the playoffs. Again, we kind of focus on the Philly series a lot, at least from what y'all tell me, and obviously the second round this year. But I strictly have in my mind that nigga Game 3, coughing up the fucking ball and rolling on the floor, and thick-ass Kyle Lowry got the ball, and we just fucked it up. Oh, like, it was so fucked up that niggas in the sports bar, they was patting me on the fucking back like, bro, it's gonna be all right. I'm like, nah, man, fuck your hair. Like, you feel like every time the playoffs come up, this nigga finds a way to make me upset, but that's not here there. Shout out to the Bubble Nets, one of, in my personal opinion, and this season hasn't started yet, so maybe this team is going to be my new favorite, but currently, the Bubble Nets are my favorite Nets roster that I've covered so far. I've only covered two of them, because this would be my third season. So I've only covered two rosters so far, but so far, hands down, even with LaMarcus Aldridge and all the crazy shit that happened, I'm going Bubble Nets. That shit was so much fucking fun. Like, because we had zero expectations and still made the fucking playoffs. And I remember I got my fucking Bubble Nets playoff shirt. I wear that shit proudly because that shit was fucking fun. Let me know your thoughts down below. Do you remember the Bubble Nets? Tell me your favorite thoughts, and let me know, have you been subscribed to me since I started covering the Nets, or are you new? Let me know, because if anybody remembers the bubble coverage, we had some fucking fun, especially in the end of the regular season, like right at the beginning of the restart. We had some fucking fun trolling other fan bases because our C squad was fucking niggas up. Great times. Let me know your thoughts down below, and if you are watching this in the future, there is a high chance that the Bubble Nets are still my favorite. That's not here or there. Talk to y'all later.